Valve released an update today that might seem unappealing at first glance, but it actually addresses two major exploits, the aggressive teleportation from getting tagged, and some other stuff, so let's go through it right after Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is an automated service that lets you trade skins instantly for a fee, sign up now, and get up to $5 bonus. Simply add items from your inventory, then find skins that matches your current balance. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also top up your balance if you're missing a few dollars, and there's a lot of skins to choose from. Visit my link down below to get to Skins Monkey.
To start off, Valve made sure to once again use the latest version of Mills and Pulday in this update. One of the maps, Pulday, has had a big change to its famous Easter egg, which, if you remember, allowed you to open this locker and turn the map into 1.6. This switch was so easy to trigger that you wouldn't go a single match without constantly switching the map's visuals, and so this latest version of Pulday has a very interesting update. Instead of this locker, you now need to get to this clock in the middle of the map, hold your use key, and that will, well, it's better if I just show you. That was way cooler than it needed to be, but ultimately it's a lot more challenging to switch the visuals on a whim now since you're in the open and you need to hold your use key for about 4 seconds without any interruption. But moving over to the next section, we have this piece where it starts off saying slightly delaying tagging effects to reduce instances of player experiencing teleportation when taking damage. So let me pull up some context. Huzzy Boy posted about this 5 months ago. Basically, when you're taking damage while moving into cover, the game sometimes pulls you in the opposite direction from cover, making it feel like you're being teleported back a bit. When you experience this, it kind of ruins the flow and makes the game feel inconsistent and also quite frustrating. Now the problem isn't getting hit, it's this sudden jarring pull that makes these scenarios feel off. So Valve has tried to solve this by slightly delaying the tagging effects, which reduces the chance of players feeling the teleportation effect when taking damage. It's controlled by a server command now called SV Predictable Damage Tag Ticks, which is by default set to 2. From the looks of it, the higher the value, the higher the delay. The only downside is that this added delay means that players have a bit more time to move at full speed after getting hit. Unfortunately, my testing shows very little difference. All credits to Jackie here, he has some footage of this, and it seems that his conclusion is that in some cases you do recover slightly faster now from getting tagged. It doesn't really seem that bad of a downside. I mean, the smoother gameplay in this scenario seems worth the trade-off of a little extra movement time. Huzzy Boy himself, the person who made the first post, replied that it doesn't feel amazing, but it's not as aggressive as it used to be. That sounds like a good start, and hopefully more people can pitch in with some feedback of their own. The next update is a big one as well, as it kills 2 major game-breaking bugs with one stone. It was possible to trigger the plant animation and abuse it in 2 major ways. It started with the duck showing it in action over 3 months ago. This basically allowed you to see over the wall without the enemy seeing you, since the plant animation is lowering the player model. But then shit got worse. Way worse, with this example by Vile from 2 weeks ago, who showed that it was also possible to do it against walls to effectively get Wallhack. I mean, damn. So yeah, 2 major bugs were in the wild for quite some time, but Valve finally stepped in and decided to no longer allow the plant animation unless you're on a site. The fix seems rather quick in comparison. I was able to confirm, since you know how Valve always introduces new bugs with their bug fixes, that it's no longer possible to clip through walls, even on site. So that's good news on the side. Next interesting patch note is this one regarding lowering initial loading times for the settings menu and play menu. I wasn't expecting this to be a big difference, but to my surprise, it was actually a small improvement. Keep in mind this is for the initial loading of those menus, so basically the first time you press them, and you can see the older version of the game being slower, especially on the play menu. Now for some more news, the major stickers have finally been removed from the game. They were released in March, along with the ending of the major being that same month, so we've had them in game for almost 5 months. And behind the scenes, Gabe Forward discovered new strings for the developers to detect Snaptap. If you don't know what that is, you must have lived under a rock, but if you want my video on it, I'll link it down below. Since then, some things have happened. Wooting decided to implement their own version of it to their keyboards, and Faceit now allows null binds, which is basically the script version that achieves the same thing without needing a new keyboard. I personally don't use Snaptap, but you might wonder what Valve is planning here. I think for now, they simply want to track how many people are using it to collect the data, but I don't think they've decided what to do yet. I mean, it was inevitable that they would address Snaptap somehow, seeing how the community reacted. And, I mean, they haven't really addressed it, but this is the first clue that they're on board. Then, finally, we have another discovery from Gabe on some suspicious shot strings, which could be further improvements or tweaks to the anti-cheat, which, okay, I'm just gonna stop there. But please let me know down below your thoughts on this update, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.